we got ourselves a haul. Hello, hello, true believers and newcomers alike. Welcome back. As you saw, we got something different today. We got a massive haul. We got a bunch of books to sort through. So I hope you'll join me today as we take a quick first look at some of them. I won't be able to go into as much detail as my reviews, seeing as, well, I haven't read these books yet, but we can still take a brief look, do a quick flip through, and get some first impressions. Sound good? Well, good, because if you like this, you know how to show it, and if at any point you find one of these books interesting or you just want to chat, leave a comment down below. But anyway, let's start getting into the books. I do have a trade paperback in here, so we'll start with that one first, and then we'll get into the omnibuses in ascending order of excitement. Meaning, if you stick around till the end, I'll be showing off a very, very cool, long out-of-print book that I'm very much excited for and looking forward to. So stick around for that. But first things first, starting with the trade paperback, we got Spider-Man Noir, the complete collection. If you're not very familiar with Spider-Man, you're probably thinking to yourself, who the heck is that? That's not Spider-Man, that's not what he's supposed to look like. And technically you're right, because this is the Marvel Noir Universe's Spider-Man. What the heck is the Marvel Noir Universe, I hear you ask? Well, that's a good question. This is an alternate universe. It's set in the 30s. It's darker. It's kind of got a more gangster type feel to it. I think this the Marvel Noir line came out in like 2009 or 2010, something like that. So they did a bunch of characters. They did, I think there was Wolverine Noir, there was Daredevil Noir, there was Punisher Noir, maybe X-Men too. I don't remember. There was a few more that I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there was this whole universe. And if you are familiar with this character already, well, that probably means a few things. Either you know about him from the game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, in which you could play as 4 different Spider-Man and they had to work together to save the multiverse. It was super cool. And this is where I first learned about Spider-Man Noir. Or you might be familiar with his appearance in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, in which he was acted and immaculately voiced by the legendary actor Nick Cage. There's my terrible Nick Cage impression. Yeah, love that movie. But yeah, we can take a quick flip through some of this book. I don't have much familiarity with this character outside of the video game and I guess just the movie, right? Yeah, very, very different take. Look at old Spidey, he is back in the gat. He's gonna take care of a bunch of wise guys, you know what I mean. If it isn't clear by now, I very much enjoy doing impressions. Albeit not good ones, but they're fun. Oh, the artwork is very interesting in here. It's got a very mafia vibe. Oh, there's Vulture. I recognize him from Shattered Dimensions. There's the cover, Spider-Man Noir number 2. Very cool. Yeah, I don't know much about Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Man's my favorite character, so why not learn about the alternate universe versions of him too, right? Damn. Yeah, he's very different. He uses guns and stuff. More violent. In the game, he was like the stealthy one, so he would sneak around in the shadows and do stealth takedowns on the bad guys. That was so much fun. Looking good. Looking forward to this one. And now we're on to the omnibuses, the stars of the show. We're starting with the omnibus that's not really an omnibus. What could I mean by that? We have the yellow, blue, gray, and white omnibus, or the Colors Omnibus as it's commonly known, by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. And why is it the omnibus that's not really an omnibus? Well, because nowhere on this book does it say omnibus, but it's advertised everywhere and listed as an omnibus, so I don't know what's up with that. I mean, the dimensions are right, the size is right. So this book is an anthology of 4 separate miniseries that were done by the same creative team that did the Batman Long Halloween series of books, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, and I love those. Check out my review of that book, if that omnibus, if you haven't already. So we have in here Daredevil yellow, Spider-Man blue, Hulk gray, and Captain America white. 4 of those miniseries, each one kind of diving into themes of love and loss and, you know, events that these heroes have been through. I don't really know as much about Hulk Gray and Cap White. I gotta say, if you know me, you know which one I'm most excited for. Spider-Man Blue. I not only do I hear is it a good story, but I just want to see Tim Sale draw some Spider-Man. So let's open this book up, stretch the spine out, and start doing a flip through. All right, if we're gonna start diving into this book, we're gonna need a knife. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Just relish in the new book smell for a bit quickly. Take a bit of a better look at the cover and the spine and the back now that the wrapping's off. Cover price, what is it? Like 100 US, 127 Canadian. I somehow found this for under cover price for the longest time. I couldn't find it anywhere, but let's get the dust jacket off and stretch the spine out. So far so good. After stretching the spine, everything was laying over pretty well. Let's take a quick look at, oh man, Tim Sale drawing Daredevil for bookend pages. Wow. Keep this as short as I can, but it's gonna be hard not to marvel at the artwork. Damn, that looks so cool. Yeah, you can immediately tell when Tim Sale is drawing something. If you haven't read like the Batman Long Halloween series of books, you absolutely have to. Damn, man. Okay, so we got the yellow and red costume coming back for Daredevil. Okay, there's the Thing. Electro against Daredevil. Okay, interesting. What is going on here? Who was that? It's like Calendar Man or something? No, I'm just kidding. The Owl. Okay, yeah, I have no idea what this is about, but I'm looking forward to taking a look at this. I mean, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. There's the one I was looking for. Spider-Man Blue. I believe it's tied to the story of Gwen Stacy and how she impacted Spider-Man, Peter Parker's life. Damn. Tim Sale drawing Mary Jane. Wow. Yeah, he draws really like interesting looking females, I think. Damn, this is so exciting, guys. Man, Tim Sale drawing Spider-Man. I'm so looking forward to this. That looks so cool. Oh, okay. Try not to spoil myself too much more. Let's take a look at the next one, which I believe is the Hulk one. Yeah, that must be. Got the green eyes. That's got to be Hulk, right? Yeah, there's our boy in green. Very cool, very cool. Man. Iron Man, okay. This is looking cool. And let's take a quick look at the Cap issue. What's going on here? What? Is that Bucky? Yeah. Freaking Bucky looking like Robin. All right. Very nice. Looks to be a good read. Looking forward to this. This next book will come as a bit of a surprise to those who know me. Fantastic Four Volume 1 by Jonathan Hickman. Why is this a surprise? Well, I'm not really a huge Fantastic Four guy. So why did I pick this up? Well, let's crack this book open and start taking a closer look, and I can talk a bit about that. And there we go, got the wrapping out of the way. So here we're looking at the direct market cover to Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman, Volume 1. I would have preferred the standard cover, actually, but I think you get both covers under the dust jacket anyway, so I was okay with this. There's the spine and the back. $100 US cover price, $125 Canadian. Got this for 40% off from in-stock trades. That is awesome. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's what the standard cover would have looked like. And yeah, the direct market cover on the back. So considering you get both of them anyway, I wasn't too concerned that I wasn't able to get the standard cover. This book is going quickly. I mean, I think it might be sold out in a lot of places already. Let's quickly stretch the spine. So like I said, I'm not really a huge Fantastic Four guy. I mean, I know the team. I know their powers. I know some of their bigger villains like Doctor Doom, Galactus. You know, they're Marvel's cosmic team. They go out into space and they go on space adventures. I like it when, you know, they make appearances in other series, like when they interact with Spider-Man or when they're part of bigger events. I think they're cool, but nothing ever really spurred me to read them on their own. Didn't help that their movies have been less than stellar, shall we say. So yeah, I almost didn't buy these books, but I mean, everyone says you gotta read Hickman Fantastic Four. You gotta read Hickman Fantastic Four. It's amazing. So we'll see. This was a blind buy, but I mean, the art is looking good. I heard that these books can be read completely standalone, which is nice because I'm not really looking to go down another rabbit hole of collecting. I mean, with Spidey and Batman being my top two characters, I've already got plenty of books to read. But this is looking cool. Everybody says this is like a cool epic saga with, you know, good storytelling, emotional, you know, family moments. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the art is really, really cool. But keeping in line with the same theme, we got the next book in the haul, Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman, Volume 2. Very, very much like this cover. You have one guess as to why. So this must be the Future Foundation era, because Spidey's wearing the white and black suit, and he kind of like joins the team for a bit. I know that. I don't actually really know much about the era itself, but Spidey's in it, so that helps, right? That'll keep my interest. Take a quick look at the spine. Pretty cool. I like that gradient design with the four bubbles of the teammates. And the back. Jonathan freaking Hickman, 9.5 out of 10, amazing, by IGN, so you know it's good. Anyway, let's get the dust jacket off. Very nice, same design under the dust jacket, and I'll bet a decent amount of money. Yep, there is the direct market cover. It's all right, I guess. But that's my cover. The correct choice. Okay, let's take a quick flip through this book as well. I gotta say, my biggest reservation about this book is I've been hearing scary things about the paper quality, and you know, not as bad as I was expecting. This does come from the Turkey printer, but people were saying it was like razor thin, and it is thin, don't get me wrong, but I mean, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I guess we'll find out once I actually read it, and I'll go more into detail once I do read it. I can actually provide some meaningful thoughts on this book outside of just looking at the artwork. But speaking of, I mean, damn, that actually looks pretty cool. That's an interesting style. Who did I see on the artists? I saw, I think Steve Epting was on here. I think I saw Ryan Stegman as well. So you got talented people working on the art. That's very cool. Hey, there's Spidey, my boy. But I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, I just stretched the spine, and the eye was looking pretty good. I mean, for a first opening, that's not bad. That's not bad for like a first stretch. So it can't be all bad. Oh, is that Galactus? Damn, okay. This book is looking pretty cool, actually. I might have to get to this sooner than I expected, but that's that. Hopefully it's good. Okay, so before anybody accuses me of being a Marvel-only guy, we got the next book on our list. Drum roll, please. Gotham Central. Out of print for ages. This was another blind buy for me. I almost didn't buy this either, but after hearing so many good things about this, and it being out of print and just recently being reprinted, you know what, I figured might as well give it a shot. If it's as good as everybody says it is, I've got nothing to lose. And I got this for what, 44% off or something ridiculous, so no complaints. Let's get this sucker out of his packaging. Cutting and please don't put me on some kind of watch list. I'm just making jokes, I promise. And there we go. So, like I said, I almost didn't buy this, but so many people say this is one of the top 20 Marvel or DC series of all time. Not top 20 omnibuses or Marvel books specifically or DC books specifically. No, just top 20 Marvel DC series of all time. So I'm like, okay, I gotta give it a try. I mean, it's written by, you got Ed Brubaker, that's always a plus. I'm a big fan of his. He's written great stuff. We got Greg Rucka, Michael Lark, Stefano Gaudiano, and Kano? Man, Sonya Blade's gonna be pissed. But okay, let's take a look at the spine. And the back. On the freak beat, in Gotham, every cop works in the shadow of the bat. $100 US, $131 in Canada. Why, Canada? Why you do this to me? It's fine. Got it for 44% off. Can't complain. Let's take a look under the dust jacket. Wow. Really? Okay. Embossed Gotham Central. We're really just gonna do an all black book, huh, DC? Alrighty, man. You do you. That's kind of lame, but at least you get the series, right? And let's start taking a quick flip through some of the pages. Take a look at the art. This is a DC book, so the binding was a little bit tight. You might have to be a little bit more aggressive with your stretching. In fact, I might have to stretch it a bit more, as you can see. It's not lying super flat at the start, but that's okay. That's all right. But the eye was looking very good. I can show that off quickly. Take a quick look at that. After a quick first stretch, that's pretty good, honestly. So let's start taking a bit of a flip through. As you saw on the cover, the art is by Michael Lark, Stefano Gaudiano, Kano, and Brubaker worked with Michael Lark and Stefano Gaudiano on his Daredevil run, which I really, really liked. So that's very cool. But what the heck is this series? What is Gotham Central? This is pretty interesting. This is a series, a cop drama series. It focuses on the GCPD, and it tells the perspective of what is it like living in a city like Gotham when you're just a normal cop trying to do your job, but there are characters like Batman and Mr. Freeze running around. So I thought, hey, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. I debated on this book for a long time. Should I get it? Should I not get it? Am I going to like it? But you know what? Everybody said that it's just such a good series. And like, what did it say on the dust jacket? That it won on an Eisner Award or a Harvey Award or something like that. So, I mean, it's got to be good. And I'm a fan of Brubaker, too. So, you know, taking a shot with this book. But I don't think I don't expect to be disappointed with all the good things I've heard about it. But yeah, it's like Gotham's, DC's cop drama. I'm talking like CSI and The Wire. I'm not talking Brooklyn Nine-Nine cop drama. Don't get those confused. But the other interesting thing I heard is that Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka worked together on this, and Ed Brubaker would write the day shift of the cops, and Greg Rucka would write the night shift of the cops. So they each basically get different characters, or at least that's how I expect it to work. That's a neat little twist. But yeah, this is looking good. Very, very similar art to Daredevil, Brubaker's Daredevil run, so interested to dive into this. And the page quality is pretty decent too, from what I can tell. It's not the thickest I've seen from DC, but it's not the thinnest I've seen from Marvel, so looking good. Except for that cover. What the heck is that? Come on, guys. You could have put a design or something on here. Anyway. All right, coming up on the second to last book in this haul. If you've been paying attention to Disney Plus, you probably know what this one is. Oh yeah. The Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 1 by Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz. Man, guys, I am really enjoying the show. I don't know about you, but it has skyrocketed my interest for this character. I only really knew him before from his appearances in Ultimate Spider-Man that he made, and in the Web of Shadows video game, if you've ever played that. But this omnibus collects all of his earliest material, his first appearances, and then his first ongoing series that started, I think, in 1980, right? Yeah, 1980. Man, let's crack this open and start taking a look. And here we have it, the standard cover to the Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 1. I had to go for this one by David Finch. I know it's not representative of the content that's inside, but this cover is just so cool looking. Man. There's the spine quickly for you all. And on the back we get a cover gallery. Very, very nice. $125 US, $157 in Canada. Let's slip this off and start taking a closer look underneath. Here we are under the dust jacket. We've got a pretty plain design, but that's fine. That's pretty typical when for Marvel is Silver and Bronze Age books. That's fine. And what I'm noticing is that it looks like this one did come a little bit damaged. Got some dings, but not too big of a deal. Not going to lose sleep over that. Start taking a flip through. But yeah, man, I'm really, really enjoying the show. I just had to start diving into more of the character and start learning about him. Very nice. You got a table of contents. Love when they do that. So we're going from his first appearance in Werewolf by Night 32, 1975, until it looks like 1982. Yeah. But I'm really finding him to be a fascinating character. You know, he's the avatar for the Egyptian moon god of vengeance, but he's wrestling with multiple personalities in his head. You know, he's got the Mark Spector personality, who's like a mercenary. He's got the Stephen Grant personality, who's like this millionaire guy. He's got Jake Lockley, who's a taxi driver and kind of keeps tabs on the street level stuff. And then you have Moon Knight Khonshu, who I guess possesses Mark Spector. Not 100% sure how it works. Like I said, my knowledge on this character is incredibly limited. Hey, Spidey, how you doing, bud? But I'm really looking forward to just learning more about him and just what makes him tick. I was tempted to jump into the... there's an omnibus coming out in about a month that collects some of his more modern stuff, like the 2006 series or something like that. But everyone was like, nah, you gotta start with these ones. You'll get more of an appreciation for that series if you know about the stuff that happens in this book. So I was like, you know what? Fine. Everybody says this is a good series, so I'll give it a shot. And man, I think this is where Bill Sienkiewicz comes in with his like paint, more like kind of, what do you even call that? It's kind of like a painted art style, but it's like half penciled, half painted. Like, look at the colors on that. It's very, very, it's almost psychedelic. And I guess that kind of fits given the psyche of the character. But this would be like early Bill Sienkiewicz, because this would be 1980 or maybe a little bit before that. I don't know if this is, no, that's not, we're not quite into his solo series yet, but man, this is looking very cool. I'm very excited to learn more about this guy. especially once you get to the more like existential parts, like, is everything real? Is he really an avatar of an Egyptian moon god, or is this all in his head? I don't know. Very, very cool. Looking forward to this one. And last but certainly not least, in fact, this is the most anticipated book in my haul that I'm very, very excited for. A long out-of-print whale, an old omnibus from 2012. In fact, this is the officially the oldest omnibus I own now. And what is it? What could I be talking about? Bam! The New Avengers Omnibus by Brian Michael Bendis. We got this beautiful cover by, I think that's David Finch. Just looks so, so cool. I didn't even know about this omnibus until like a month ago, but I know that it takes place in the 2000s. It covers the New Avengers era, as the name implies, or at least you know, this volume 1, you know, the first part of that era. And I saw that it was written by Brian Michael Bendis, and I'm a Bendis fan, at least from his 2000 stuff that I've read. I haven't read any of his more modern stuff, but I figured, you know what, this definitely sounds like a book I'd be interested in. But the problem was, I took a look online, and this book was selling for hundreds of dollars, and I'm just like, okay, well, guess I have to cross my fingers and hope for a reprint. But somebody was selling this on eBay for cover price, which is incredibly rare when a book goes out of print. So I am incredibly thankful that I was able to pick this up and not have to overpay for it. Man, I'm really, really looking forward to this. There we got the cover gallery. Let's take a look under the dust jacket. And there we go. Isn't that interesting? Look at that foil cover. This was, yeah, like I said, this is an old omnibus. Omnibuses this old, Marvel was doing like this fake leather sort of look to their omnibuses. This is the first one I've actually owned that's like that, so this is really interesting for me. They didn't really do designs on the books back then, but man, this is still kind of cool. Red's my favorite color, so you're winning there with me. And nothing on the back, but you just got this very, very interesting fake leather look. I've already stretched this book. In fact, let me show you how ridiculously good the eye is on this book. Look at how much that eye is lifting up. Man. I got this used, so the spine is a little bent in and tends to want to kind of dent itself in every now and then, but damn. That has got to be one of the biggest eyes I have ever seen. But let's start taking a flip through. Like I said before, until about a month ago, I knew nothing about this omnibus or its existence. I knew a little bit about the New Avengers era, but not much. So I can speak a little bit about the contents, but this covers the first part of the New Avengers era. And that was basically the main Avengers team. Something happens that causes them to disband, to disassemble. But a new threat arises. Holy crap, this artwork. Sorry, I got distracted, clearly. But a new threat arises that calls for a team of superheroes. So a new team needs to be formed. And from what I gather, Bendis' whole idea was, look, the Justice League pretty much has all of DC's coolest heroes and most popular heroes on the team. So shouldn't we be doing the same thing for Marvel? So what you end up getting is a mixture, a New Avengers team where you have some of the classics, like Iron Man is on the team and Captain America. At least I think Iron Man is on the team. But then you also have newcomers, like who have never been on the Avengers before, like Spider-Man and Wolverine. Characters that normally weren't really involved with the Avengers before, but they joined the team, and now we have the New Avengers. And I'm pretty sure since this point, characters like Wolverine, for example, I think he's been on the Avengers ever since. Beyond that, I know nothing else about this, but this artwork is insane. This looks really, really good. There's Spider-Woman, Luke Cage. Yeah, I think Luke Cage is on the team as well. Man, this looks really, really cool. I've heard excellent things about this series, that it's just not only one of the best places to start reading Avengers, but it's just a really, really cool action-packed story. Oh, hello there. And just, yeah, a cool action-packed story. Very fun to read, so I am really, really looking forward to diving more into this. This looks so, so cool. But anyways, I think that'll do it before I spoil myself anymore. Alright guys, that is the haul, the giant haul. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. If you like this, leave a like. Let me know which of these books you found to be the most interesting. Let me know if you're also picking up any of these books, and which one of these should I read first and do a review on if that's something you're interested in. If you do want to see reviews of these books in the future, you're going to want to subscribe so you don't miss them. But as always, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to catch you in another video real soon. Have yourself a great day. I've been Superfly Comics Guy. And until next time, keep reading. Bye, guys.